Hey guys, today we're going to be learning how to do a pinch zoom transition in Sony Vegas. Alright, so what you want to do first is find the two clips that you want the transition to be done to. In this case, I'm using these two clips here. Then what you want to do is go into Video Effects, then Blur Mode Curves, and then throw the default onto the clip that you want. So once you're on this page, you want to copy all the settings shown on screen here. Once you're done copying all the settings, you want to click on this little clock next to Z distance to animate the transition. Now you want to add 2 keyframes at the end of the clip by pressing this plus button here, and then to space them 2 frames apart you want to click the left arrow button twice, so 1, 2, and then add another one. You now want to set the keyframe at the end of the clip to 1.5, and you do that by clicking on the little dot here, and then going to Z distance and typing 1.5. So now we want to set the speed of the keyframe, and the way that we do that is by finding this dot here, right clicking, and setting it to fast fade. So what you want to do after we've done the blur mode curves is go into Video Effects again, scroll up until we find Pinch and Punch, and throw Reset to None onto the clip that we were just editing before. Now similarly to what we did before, we press Animate here, and then put a keyframe here at the end of the clip, and then 6 keyframes back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and set this keyframe to Fast. So after you've done that, you want to click on this little diamond here, and set the amount to -1. Now after we've done the pinch and zoom out part of the transition, we have to do the zoom in and fisheye part of the transition. We do this by putting the same settings of blur mode curves onto the second clip like this. So just like before, we want to click on the timer next to the Z distance and make a keyframe 3 frames away from the start, so 1, 2, 3. So now we want to set the first keyframe to fast fade by right clicking and setting fast fade, and then the Z distance to 0.5. So after we've done that, we can close this window, and under Video Effects, scroll down to find Warp Fisheye in Sapphire plugins, so S_warp fisheye, and throw the default onto the second clip. So now similar to what we've done before, we click the timer next to the amount to animate the transition, set it to fast, and to -0.3, and space the keyframes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 keyframes apart, and make sure this keyframe is at 0. So now we are complete with the transition, but we will now add some flashes and shakes to make it look better. So what we want to do now is scroll up until we find S_shake, and throw the default shake onto the second clip of the transition. So now you want to copy the settings like we did before, 0.5, 2, 0, 1, make sure motion blur is ticked, 1.293, and the C can be whatever, but usually keep it at 0. Now like before, we want to go into the amplitude, click the little timer to animate the shake, and then make this one fast fade, and then go 10 frames out, so it should line up with the fisheye from before, so we can kind of use that to cheat. Click that, make sure this is 0. So now we're done with the shake, so we can close down this window, and now we're going to add a flash. So we add a new layer to the video by right clicking, and then insert video track. And then to add the flash, we go into Media Generators, scroll down until we find Solid Color, throw white on top, and then make it 5 frames long by doing the arrows just like before, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, S to split the frame, and then you can press delete or any Control X to remove this part of the frame. So after we've added the white solid color, we have to zoom in, then we've got to make it a fade by going from the right corner, top right corner, to the left side. It is very hard to see, but there is a fade line. And then what you got to do is go to the top of the frame, then hold down and then move it down until the opacity is around 30. You can change it up or down depending on how bright or how dim you want your flash. So now after you've done all that, we should be finished and your clip should look something like this. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Like the video if you enjoyed. You can leave your suggestions for future videos down in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.